On January 28, 1948, a U.S. government-chartered plane deporting 28 Mexican nationals went down in Los Gatos Canyon, California, killing everyone on board, including the 4 crew members.
Most of the 28 were victims of the Bracero program, an immigration policy enacted in 1942 that imported people from south of the border to meet the growing demand for cheap labor.
They were treated so inhumanely and working conditions were so hazardous that the Department of Labor officer in charge of the program called it legalized slavery.
The folk singer-activist Woody Guthrie first read of the plane crash in a New York Times article in which the Mexican nationals were simply referred to as deportees. He was so appalled by this that he wrote a poem about it.
We decided to record our own version of Woody's song and were amazed to discover that the 28 Mexican nationals still remained unknown and nameless 65 years later in a mass grave at the Holy Cross Cemetery in Fresno, California. Fortunately, the local community was already taking action towards correcting this shameful error in history. They were organizing a campaign in which more than enough funds were raised for a proper headstone, with the names of each individual on that plane. This video is about our personal journey and the events surrounding this historic moment. To not only keep the story alive, but to inspire others to organize within their communities and use their collective power to fight injustice.
The crops are all in and the peaches are rotting. The oranges are piled in their creosote dumps. They're flying them back to the Mexican border to make all their money to way back again. My father's own father, he waded that river. They took all the money he made in his life. My sisters and brothers come working the fruit trees. They rode on the trucks till they took down and died. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have your names when you ride the big airplane, 'cause all they will call you will be deportees.
So this is the propeller from the plane. It's apparently the only piece of the plane that is salvaged.
Well, what happened to the rest of the wreckage?
I couldn't tell you that.
Some of us are legal and some are not wanted. Our work contract's out and we've got to move on. But it's 600 miles to that Mexican border, and they chase us like outlaws, like rustlers, like thieves.
We're looking for a Crabtree resident.
Crabtree's down that way, Ross. My name is Carlos. I'm from the cemetery in Fresno. Crash that happened up here in 1948. So
you mind sitting out here?
no problem. Thank you.
It's difficult to ignore a grave that there's that many people and you don't have any names.
Follow you up there? Okay, I'll follow you up there.
It's one thing to just sing a song, but to immerse yourself completely in the story and to actually go to the scene of the crash site, it adds a whole new meaning to the song. This is a very personal experience for me.
We died in your hills and we died in your deserts. We died in your valleys, we died on your plains. We died neath your trees and we died neath your bushes. Both sides of the river we died just the same. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have your names when you ride the big airplane, 'cause all they will call you will be deportees.
This is definitely the culmination. After 65 years of being nameless, they're finally getting a proper headstone.
I'm honored just to be here and to be a part of it.
This sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon. A fireball of lightning it shook all our hills. Who are these friends all scattered like a dry this the best way we can grow our big orchard? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? To fall like dry leaves and to rot on our topsoil, and to be known as nothing except people